welcome everybody. My name is Mike Gardner, and we're here with another ECG review at the Rose Marine Theater in Fort Worth, Texas, and we're with a couple of wonderful local indie filmmakers, Anthony Marquez and Logan Gilpin, and they've got a great new film coming out called West Lincoln, made right here in Fort Worth, and I understand it's a local story about some local kids. Can you tell us a little bit about the film?
Yeah, it's actually based on a tragedy that happened in Diamond Hill, the Diamond Hill community back in 1977, and another tragedy in 1981. But our story, the time setting for that is 1987 and 1995.
Okay, and so you guys are local filmmakers, right? You both went to school around here as well?
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I graduated from Diamond Hill.
So what's your story, Logan? How did you get involved in this?
Well, when I saw the stage play, I loved the dynamics of the film and how it pertained to, it wasn't just a gang film. If you watch the trailer, it kind of gives a bad spin on it because it's like, oh, it's intense, it's drama, it's another gang film, but it's not really. It has a lot to do with family and how the kids grow up and they don't take the wrong way, they take the right way, and how they got to that point where they decided to do that. But it's very interesting how the story has changed as well. But he made a feature-length script, and I was like, we got to shoot it. We can shoot it. We've got the technology. We've got the cameras and everything like that. And we had since been doing. David Fry's a producer friend of mine, and he had extra equipment as well as I did. And it's funny how we accumulated as we went. We started out with 2 DV cameras and a boom. And we didn't even have any lights. We didn't have anything. And we're kind of just, it's like nails on a chalkboard for us because we're in production, because some of the takes weren't as good as they could have been with all the equipment. But we decided, well, we'll shoot it like a reality show. So it kind of comes off as a docudrama. And when we were doing production, we started accumulating more and more things. We got a jib all of a sudden. We've got lights all of a sudden. So then it starts looking more cinematic as you watch it. And just here recently, the Latin Breed got involved. The city of Fort Worth gang unit, Fort Worth Police, they embraced it because of the positive note that it spins on it. And I was just like, it has to be done, and this is going to be a great message. So that's how I got involved.
So tell me a little bit about the casting process. How did you guys cast the film, and maybe a little bit about the actors that?
Luckily, because it all started here at the Rose Marine Theater. We were able to cast from our youth program, a lot of our teens.
That's great. And
former youth program students, and local actors, and of course it's predominantly Latino, so we lucked out on that aspect. So we got what we needed here.
Very good, very good.
And we're pleased with our talent.
So did you guys have a casting call, or did you pretty much just have the actors from the theater already?
Actually, what happened, and Logan mentioned the stage production, which happened here at the Rose Marine Theater. Of course, I had to recast. I didn't do that much recasting. I stuck with the cast that I originally went with, but I did have to recast some of the parts, only for matching reasons, because stage you can get away with it. Sure. But for film, you have to match.
It's a little bit of a different ball game, isn't it?
It's all about.
So tell us a little bit about some of the actors that are featured in the films. There's some really good young actors around here, I understand. So how did they work out for you?
Well, you've got Ram Munguia, who's our lead actor. He plays the role of Mingo. I've worked with Ram before, and I just honestly think that Ram is a natural. He really has. If he wants to pursue acting as a career, the doors will be open.
Yeah, I know there's a bit of a difference between theater actors and film actors.
Exactly.
So do you think you did a good job transitioning?
Well, we had problems at times because we did have some stage actors, and we just had to tone them down.
Right.
Because film. Just have to deliver a line as simple as possible.
Sure.
Stage, you're overly dramatic. So
they want to keep going when you're ready to change angles, and
so we had that problem, but everything worked out for the better.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome. So what's the message of the film? What are people going to get when they watch this film? What are they going to take from it?
Well, I want to take you back to how it originated.
Sure, let's do that.
Right? It originated from a public awareness message.
Okay.
The school district had approached me. They approached me in the 90s, the early 90s, because there was a lot of gang violence here in Fort Worth at that time. So they wanted me to come up with some kind of a public awareness message. So I came up with a scenario. It was like a 3-minute scenario. Mm-hmm. And it got such a good reaction from local cable. So I developed a story around it.
I see.
And so I went back to 1977 and 1981 of tragedies that happened.
I see.
Does that make sense?
Sure.
And so that's where it all started. So we created a short, a 38-minute short.
So you did some research on actual happenings.
Oh
back in
yeah,
70
yeah.
I see.
Well, this tragedy just resonated with us here in the community.
Right.
You know, in 1977 and 1981.
see.
Two tragedies actually. So I just basically combined them
I see.
in a sense. Anyway, so it got a response and a big reaction from the community. So after so long, I just let it go. Had a friend who came into the picture. She saw the short and she says, "Oh, Anthony, you got to do something with this. You got to do something with this."
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, I ended up staging it. So I changed the whole format to stage.
Mhm.
Well,
Wow.
again, there you go. It got a real good response from the community. And then again, that's when Logan came in and we
So basically, Logan came in and said, "I've got to shoot this."
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, definitely, because he saw the story there.
I see.
And it was all about the story.
And so had you guys known each other before this?
We
How did
actually met here at the Rosemarine Theater.
I see, I
yeah,
see.
he was.
Yeah,
Remember we were talking about
Filmmakers
that?
are like that. They're always looking for a good story, aren't they?
Yeah, yeah.
We kept bumping in to each other at different gigs,
Mhm.
and it just started from there. You know, I wanted to tell a story about a Latino family here in Fort Worth, Texas.
Mhm.
Not San Antonio,
Right.
not East LA.
Right.
You know, here, Fort Worth, Texas.
There's definitely a defined a Latino influence in Fort Worth.
And it's very interesting that the Latin Breed had recently gone on. The Latin Breed is a well-known band. You can do some more description.
Yeah, we incorporated the Latin Breed, which is Tejano music.
Mhm.
A lot of Texans are familiar with Tejano music.
Mhm.
We incorporated that particular music because Tejano music was really big back in the 80s and 90s,
Yeah.
which is, you know, our story's being told in the 80s and the 90s. So to set the mood and the time period, we chose Tejano music.
I see.
And then that's when the Latin Breed came into this film project. But what happened is we couldn't use the old Latin Breed music because of the copyrights.
Right.
All right. So we would have to shell out thousands and thousands of dollars just to get the copyright. So what happened is we got in touch with the original Latin Breed,
Mhm.
and they says, "Well, why don't we just re-record this music?"
So it's
And
like a
it just
reunion for
becomes-
them.
Yeah. So, but not only that, but it becomes original music
That's great.
because they're remaking the music, and it becomes our music. So
That's awesome.
Yeah.
anyway,
That's awesome.
that was the whole idea.
I see.
So
Yeah. And that was also, we were looking for an A-list actor at that point. And that would be, I guess, considered an A-list. They were nationally known.
Right.
If they were part of it, we knew that they would help, get the project going. Because a lot of these actors are up and coming. And just recently, just trying to get the cast together to come back down here. I mean, they're all over the place now.
yeah.
Wow.
So they had ventured out. And these were younger kids, and they grew up big time. So
Oh yeah, they've grown on
That's
us.
great to hear.
Yeah.
Okay, so again, this is Mike with another ECG review, and I'm with Anthony Marquez and Logan Gilpin, and they've got a great film coming out, feature film. You've got to see it. It's going to be premiering at the Latino Film Festival, which is being held right here at the Rosemarine Theater on February 23rd through the 26th. Now, I believe the 23rd is sold out, so you need to hurry up and get tickets for the 26th so you can get in and see this film, and I appreciate you guys being here. Thanks a lot.
yeah, thank you. Awesome.
Thank you.